Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 5th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Saturday out there so far. Everybody has a great Saturday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Milton, which formed in the southern and western Gulf of Mexico. Also, we're going to take a look at Hurricane Kirk as well, and also the current watch and warning advisory map. Also, we're going to take a look at Hurricane Leslie as well, and also we're going to take a look at the 7-day rainfall total once again, as we can show you where the heaviest precipitation from Milton will fall over the next 7 days. So, alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here is Tropical Storm Milton. Milton is located in the western Gulf of Mexico, getting a little bit better organized. Expected to become a hurricane by Sunday. Let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. As you can see, here is the tropical storm force wind field in yellow. Made a tropical storm through 1 p.m. Sunday afternoon, but then by 4 p.m. About 1 a.m. Monday become a hurricane, and then about 1 p.m. Tuesday become a category 3 hurricane, and make maybe a category 3 or 4, maybe moving into portions of the west coast of Florida. You can see the certainty of the cone. You can see it could go all the way up here near the Big Bend, or it can go all the way across south, almost to South Florida. Even in the Atlantic, when it gets across shore, it can still be close to the South Carolina shores, or as far east as the Northwest Bahamas. So just take this with a grain of salt from Tuesday through Thursday, because things could change. Right now, that's right now what the National Hurricane Center is forecasting. Most of the models are showing that, but would not be surprised to see that system maybe inch a little further to the north. It's still got a lot of timing with a cold front coming in from the north. If that front's a little slower than progressive, that front could pull that system into portions of Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. But right now, if the front's a little further to the south, that's the way right now where the National Hurricane Center got the forecast cone, could go in that direction. So there's still a lot of uncertainty still. Right now, we're just going with this here with the National Hurricane Center, but we will continue to update through the remainder of the weekend and into early next week. So stay with me on that. Alright, be tracking the system at home, located near latitude 22.7 north, longitude 95.5 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the north-northeast at 3 miles per hour. Classified as tropical storm, winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. Alright, let's take a look at the Spaghetti-O models. As you can see, here's the current storm position. Pretty well compacted all the way through about 96 hours out, but you can see there's a large spread in model runs on this here. But they pretty well compacted, but there is a few that wants to pretty much go the center of the storm kind of go hugging the southeast coast. So if it happens to be up in that area there hugging the southeast coast, portion of Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina may get in on some rainfall and also maybe some gusty wind. But if it stays offshore like the other models are showing, we will be fine and nothing to worry about from Milton. So like I say, things are gonna change between now and Wednesday, so stay tuned and we'll keep you up to date on what is expected to happen. Alright, now let's take a look at the intensity guidance of this system. As you can see right now, about 35 knot winds at 40 miles per hour. A lot of the models takes it into a category 2 and 3. Few even takes it to a category 4. I think it may become a category 4 if it takes that northern route. Probably will be pretty easy to hit that category 4 status, but right now I'm going to go with a 3 with the National Hurricane Center, but cannot rule out a category 4 storm slamming the west coast of Florida once again. Alright, this is your information on Tropical Storm Milton. Let's move on into Hurricane Kirk. You can see Hurricane Kirk is a big old storm there. The eye wall looks like it's collapsing, so a lot of some dry air is trying to wrap into the center. I would not be surprised to start seeing Kirk slowly weakening over the next couple of days. That's what the National Hurricane Center has even got as well. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. You can see here's the wind field. Tropical storm force in yellow, kind of orange behind the X. That's hurricane winds. You can see it remains a hurricane through Monday at 2 p.m. and then a tropical storm by 2 a.m. Tuesday. And then, like I say, it slams in over here around Europe and Iceland area as well. Alright, if you're tracking Kirk at home, it's located in their latitude 29.6 north, 50.0 west, maximum sustained winds at 120 miles an hour with higher gusts. Moving this to the north at 20 miles per hour. And that classified as a major hurricane still with winds greater than 110 miles per hour. Alright, the forecast computer model runs here. As you can see here, it is here. Takes it all the way over into that region, Iceland and also Europe as well. Intensity guidance of the system, you can see 105 knot winds equal to 120 miles per hour, category 3. Drops it off back down into a tropical storm and then a tropical depression about 120 to 132 to 144 hours out. Alright, let's take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map you're located across the nation. Alright, you can see here we got some flood watches already posted down here across a portion of Florida. Also still got the river flood warnings up here in Virginia, eastern North Carolina, eastern South Carolina, portion of Georgia. Coastal flood advisory around Louisiana. Also some small craft advisory there as well, stretching over toward Texas. Alright, you can see we already got hurricane, tropical storm warnings in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see we got a lot of red flag warnings in effect from Minnesota down to Iowa, also in the portions of South and North Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, also Montana. High wind warnings also for North Dakota and also in the portion of Montana. Wind advisories over Minnesota. Special weather statements for Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa and Illinois. We got some air quality alerts for you guys in Oklahoma. Sense of heat warnings in effect for Arizona, Southern Nevada, portion of California. Heat advisories in the orange. Alright, you got small craft advisory from Maine all the way down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Also just a little pocket here off the southeast coast of Georgia. And over here in portions of Oregon State. Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. Small craft advisory, storm warnings in effect for the Alaska coastal areas. Alright, now let's take a look at Hurricane Leslie. Alright, Leslie getting a lot of, still got a little convection, still having trouble getting organized. Feels like you can see some dry air trying to wrap into the system, as you can see in certain portions of the storm, but a little bit of deep convection around the center of rotation. Alright, let's move on to the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Alright, you can see there's the tropical storm force wind, hurricane right behind the X, remains a hurricane through 2 a.m. Monday, and a tropical storm by Monday at 2 p.m. Remains a tropical storm all the way through Thursday at 2 p.m. Oh, let me give you the latitude and longitude, forgot about that. Alright, if you're tracking the system at home, we're located in their latitude 11.6 north, longitude 36.0 west, maximum sustained winds near 80 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the west-northwest at 8 miles an hour. Right now it's classified as a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles per hour. Alright, Spaghetti-O models. As you can see, here's the center of the storm. Most of the computer model takes off to the north and west. A couple wants to take it off to the further to the west. Right now I'm going with the National Hurricane Center, just kind of in a northwestern fashion right now before it makes that turn later on down the road. Alright, now let's take a look at the intensity guidance of the system. 70 knot winds equal to 80 miles per hour. Pretty much category 1 hurricane, then into a tropical storm. Most of them keeps it into a tropical storm for a while. Few drops into a tropical depression status. Alright, that's your information there on Leslie. Alright, let's take a look at the 7-day rainfall totals again. I showed it last night, but it's pretty much about the same. You can see the Gulf of Mexico loading up with lots of moisture. Lots of moisture will be dumped on Florida, stretching from Jacksonville all the way down to the Florida Keys, Northwest Bahamas. Got a sharp cutoff gradient here across portion of Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. But like I say, it depends on the system. This here rainfall total could move back to the north. Some of the models, some storm well, not model, but some storm had lifted back to the north. Like I said, depending on that cold frontal boundary moving in from the northwest. If the frontal boundary is a little slower and getting here, Milton has a chance of lifting back further to the north. But if the cold front moves through, it'll suppress Milton down to the south, like everybody's thinking. So right now there's a lot in play of this system, so we'll have to continue to monitor it and see what happens. And as you can see, we got some heavy precipitation over portions of southeast Canada, eastern Canada, portions of northeast, and again over portions of southwestern Canada. Remainder of the United States looks pretty quiet, to maybe just a tenth to a quarter of an inch in a few spots. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video, consider subscribe if you have not. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday evening, folks. Take care.